corporeal manifestations, full-scale psychomagnetheric events, exiled Sumerian gods. For a fleeting, ephemeral moment, we were heroes, celebrated across the city, heck, across the world. Unparalleled in our field, preternatural pioneers on the brink of discoveries our scientific forefathers could never have even dreamed of. At even the slightest implication of paranormal activity, everyone knew who to call. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what happened. Chalk it up to a huge misunderstanding, a fallout. For a while, I wasn't sure why I was getting out of bed in the morning. And some mornings I didn't. That's all behind us now. We saved the world yet again, and we're back. The firehouse cleans up pretty good, huh? At one point, some hotshot bought the place and turned it into an overpriced Java joint. But now, we're up, running, and firing on all 16 cylinders. All to code, too. Well, most of the codes. At the very least, the codes we're aware of. For me, it's the energy of the old place. Pure ebullience, galvanic energy coursing through the air. And no, I'm not talking about anything psychokinetic, ectoplasmic, or paranormal. Just good, old-fashioned human emotion. Provinces of the living. Oh, I didn't know how much I needed to be back. How much Winston needed me back here. But someone from the old guard has to hold down the fort, you know? Because there's still real work to be done. And that's where you come in. The phone isn't ringing off the hook right now, which is a blessing and a curse. What's good for business is a bad omen for everything else. But if it were up to me, I'd still be in the thick of it. But it's time for a new generation. And that's you. You have the chance to peek behind the capricious veil of life itself and see firsthand what exists on the other side. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Well, slimy, really. And yes, that might mean having to pick up a book or two. What people don't know about the Ghostbusters could fill 10 encyclopedias. And before you even ask, yeah, I've thought about it. Been approached by some very interested parties, which isn't saying much. Every hack and wannabe with a laptop can be published today, whether they know the science or not. And trust me, they don't.
Ray?
Go ahead, this is Ray.
Is there someone there with you? Let me guess. The new recruit is there with you? Ray, you gotta let them get to work. All trainees report directly to the firehouse, remember? Over.
Well, that's our time. Good talk. Off you go to meet Kat. Welcome to the team. And don't worry, I'll be in touch.
No, of course it's not that.
Then what is it?
It's...
Look, I know you trust me, but you've got to take your hands off the wheel a little here. And speaking of Ray, based on the fact that you're 15 minutes late for your orientation, I'll assume you've already met him. He has a tendency to get worked up and can forget that we have an onboarding process for a reason.
Love Ray like a brother, but he needs to get out more.
Allow me to introduce the head honcho, Winston Zedmore.
Welcome, kid. Happy to have you on the team. I may sign the checks, but don't go around calling me boss. If you have any questions, don't ask me, call Kat.
That's me. I run operations here. You and the other busters will get your jobs dispatched from me. Any trouble in the firehouse or the field, you come to me. Got it? Oh, and before you go, grab that radio off my desk. Okay, no time to waste, so let's get moving. First up, your jumpsuit, which you'll find in the closet. Pretty self-explanatory what that is. If it isn't, we've got problems. Head-to-toe meta-aramid polymer isn't the style for everyone, but I'm sure you'll find a way to make it your own.
Hey, it's Kat. You decent? Come meet me in the alley. Target practice.
Well, 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 look at you! How do you feel?
Ready to roll.
That's what we like to hear. Go ahead and pick up that proton pack. Sorry, that it's the class. Not to worry though, the base tech is solid. That being said, we have some fun new modifications in the works. Winston's got a tech guy upstairs, but you'll be wielding this for now.
This is so friggin' cool.
Now let's learn how to use it. First up, the particle thrower. You had the toy when you were a kid, like I did. You can imagine the real thing has some actual kick to it. And don't forget, that pack's gonna overheat if you sustain fire long enough. So make sure you vent before you enter overheated cooldown. Venting manually will always be faster than waiting for the emergency cooldown to finish. Oh, and keep an eye out for stray cats. Good work. All right, let's try some tethering. The ghost will try to escape your tether by pulling against your pull direction. When you see the tether getting damaged, pull in a different direction to counteract. Already hooking them like a pro. Once you've got tethering down, the next part is the trap. Try deploying the trap first, and then you'll learn how to activate it. Deploy the trap beneath the ghost if possible. Nice! Now to open or close the trap, you need to be in range of the pedal. Once it's open, pull the ghost into the field of the trap until it starts to get sucked in. The ghost can still escape, even when it's in the final pull field. So keep an eye on them until the trap is completely closed. And make sure to monitor the trap's battery, because the charge can drop fast when the trap is deployed and open. When you need to retrieve the trap, look down at the pedal or approach the trap itself. Once you've retrieved it, the trap battery will begin recharging. That's how you trap a ghost. Well done. Not many could pull this off on their first day. You've got skill. Now do it 40 more times.
Come in, Cat.
Hey, boss. What's up?
Keep it down out there. The neighbors are starting to complain. Again.
All right. We could always just move on to using the PKE meter. Take it inside?
Perfect. You got one down there?
Sure do. Right here.
Eddie can walk you through it. I don't know what he does in the lab all day, but I'm paying him for it. Eddie, are you on this channel? Eddie?
This is the only channel you give me access to.
Yeah, and for good reason. Listen, we got a new recruit that needs some pointers with the PKE meter. Walk them through it. Maybe give our kind and understanding New York neighbors a break.
I would, but I'm a little busy right now. All right, if you pass your entrance test, this device should pretty much be second nature to you. The psychokinetic energy meter is one of the oldest and most valuable devices in the Ghostbusters arsenal. I wish I could take credit for its invention, but predates even me, somehow.
Standard ghost tracker.
Bingo! Instead of further lecturing you on scientific breakthroughs, why don't I just show you? There. Do you see how it's responding? The PKE meter becomes more active based on the direction of the signal. When you're right on top of a paranormal entity, you'll know it. It's picking up on the metaphysical energy that empowers not only ghosts, but tons of other negatively charged objects. When the PKE picks up the metaphysical energy of ghosts and objects, it'll light up and make a bunch of noise. The screen displays a pattern depending on the type of signal being tracked. A cascading dot pattern means it's ecto energy, whereas an ascending dot pattern indicates a ghost drift. The sidearms will raise and lower depending on whether you're pointing it at the signal or not. The main screen and light elements will not illuminate if a signal is not present, so move around until you hit something. That's it! Congratulations! There's a chance you may not die on the first job.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Is that what it was? A toddler without a frighteningly advanced piece of technology could have found that one. I say you're actually pretty good at this. Hurry up and find the last item so we can both move on to the fun part of this job. That's all of them. Good thing I wasn't timing you. My watch battery would have died.
You're the office funny guy then, huh?
I've been told that people warm up to me. Okay. You can bring the PKE to the lab now. I think I just feel better knowing I checked it myself.
So, how was that experience?
Hello. Quick, hand it over.
This place is wild.
Jungles are wild. Chaotic flora growing in all directions with reckless abandon. Everything you see here is exactly as I intended it to be. And if you forget, you're as good as a gazelle in a lion's den. Dead. You're dead.
Yikes.
I bet you're wondering why we're not using the more advanced gigameters, huh? That's the never-ending struggle between science and budget constraints. Looks like everything is calibrated and ready to go. Okay, now that the minutia is out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Don't think that they just keep me around to calibrate supernatural dowsing rods for rookies, do you? Wait, I just realized that probably no one introduced me. Kat, did you introduce me?
Absolutely not.
Hello, I'm Dr. Edmund Chan, but you'll call me Eddie, because everyone does, and it's what I prefer.
It's nice to meet you, Eddie.
Not knowing a single thing about you, I'm gonna refrain from saying likewise. No offense.
None taken?
As you might have inferred, I run the lab here at Ghostbusters HQ. That means research and development, full technological oversight, and the occasional new recruit instruction. If you have any questions about any of your equipment, I'm the one to ask. Only me. Don't talk to anyone else. They don't know anything. Like that cyclotron on your back. I bet you didn't realize that it could be upgraded. Enhanced power coils, frictionless ionizers, you get the idea. Tons of things that you'll use every day out there on the job. Mopping up ectoplasm, heralded as a hero.
Are you okay?
The point is, bring me your gear and I'll make it better. Got it? Good. Looks like that's your cue.
Gonna have to cut your orientation short. We've got a job and I need you on it ASAP.
I'd wish you luck, except I don't believe in logical fallacies.
Hey there.
Boy, we got a massive rift over here. A fume overheating. Need to cool my pack. Trust me, we've seen a lot worse. I'm talking fully formed psychokinetic entities.
keep checking over my shoulder.
Nothing to see here, just
Feels
your
like
standard
somebody's watching
ectoplasmic
me.
exorcism.
Thanks for getting...
Don't worry about a thing. We'll have this wrapped up in no time.
Sounds
Hey,
good.
you're not gonna let a silly old ghost bother you, are you? I see 4 or 5 of these a day. Don't worry about a thing. We'll have this wrapped up in no time.
Relieved to hear it. Kind of. I just need to chill out.
Hey, you're not gonna let a silly old ghost bother you, are you? I see 4 or 5 of these a day.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Nothing to see here, just your standard ectoplasmic exorcism.
Okay. Just relax.
Hey there.
It's here! I've got one!
I bet you're wondering why you're one of the few people here. This firehouse is a work in progress, but it's our HQ. This place is special, and I really want it to be the jewel in the crown of our team. No pressure, though. We're a team, working together to watch each other's backs. That's how I learned to be successful, and I learned it right here. Don't sweat it if it feels like sometimes you're the only one around. We'll never send you into the field alone. That car parked in the garage is the original Ecto-1. And let me tell you, it was a hunk of junk long before it ever made its way to this firehouse. Forget the PKE array or any of the other modifications Egon strapped to it. I'm just talking about keeping that carburetor clean. Part of me wonders if I've spent more time under the hood of that car than out there chasing down ghosts. But you want to know what really scares me? Telekinetic phantoms and demons from another dimension don't even come close to the fear I feel in the pit of my stomach every time I see a vintage wagon out in the wild.
I'm a huge fan. That's pretty obvious. But I'm not here just because I'm a fan. I'm here because I know the history, I know the haunts, and I know the business inside and out. That being said, being a fan sure does help.
Show them how we do things downtown.
Feigning bravery was my first mistake. It's gonna be fine. Think this has any value?
Oh my God! No!
If you don't turn this around fast, you're going to lose. Nice work. But don't forget about the rifts. That's where the ghosts manifest. There's paranormal activity everywhere. You need to subdue it.
Note to self. Stay with the group. right. This job can be scary.
Can you feel how haunted it is there? That place is teeming with paranormal activity.
Oh, this looks important.
Follow some simple rules and we'll get along just fine. My lab is off limits. My equipment is off limits. I am off limits. And if there's a problem, who you gonna call? Spoiler, the answer's Cat. Call Cat. Leave me alone.
Remember, you're a Ghostbuster now. Give 'em hell.
Found anything of interest? Trap going out!
There it is!
Those things are like the termites of the spectral world.
The ghosts may be captured, but you've got rifts to take out if we're going to bust this thing.
I'll hold on to this.
How's it it going?
Trap incoming!
Think this has any value?
Jump, over there!
Everything around here gives me the creeps.
Phew.
What the heck? What? Are you picking up stuff? Because I sure am.
We got this.
Here comes the trap!
Get ready!
Trap, we gotta restore!
Pack's about to overheat!
No, no! I thought I stayed with the group.
Got the little guy!
If I'm being honest, I love how these little guys fought.
Or for you. It might have ended up like what we're trying to catch.
Oh my god!
We lost one! Those things are like the termites of the spectral world.
Knew it was a bad day to come here.
Focus the screen!
Pack's cooking. I gotta cool off. You know what they say about fear?
Where did everyone
It's just
go?
false evidence.
This isn't looking
of
good.
feeling.
Nothing there.
Why? I
I
guess.
got eyes on him. Note to self. Stay with the group.
Another minion down. We keep
There's
them
paranormal activity everywhere. You need to subdue it.
We got a floater!
Ghostbusters coming through. That's not normal.
The ghosts
getting
are taking
bad.
over the place.
Gotta catch
Get
this
things
thing.
under control.
I can see you're
And
scared,
fast.
but everything will be
was
fine.
that thing?
Nothing to worry about. A minor paranormal occurrence. We really gotta get this ghost now.
Listen, this is what I do.
I'm all over it.
Cool and
Ah.
natural.
Do you mean a ghost? Sorry, I'm a bit tightly wound.
Trap incoming! It's over there!
Dream out! Let's do this!
Do something.
Time to recharge.
It's okay. Yeah, but like
ghosts?
minor.
We need to stop
freaking myself out.
I've got one! Be careful! I'm about to overheat! Gotta fight the move! My proton pack is about to overheat! Cause me to avoid combustion!
Listen up, I've got big things underway. Report to the bookstore immediately. Keep this between us. Over. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Take a seat or stand, make yourself comfortable. What I have to show you is of the utmost importance, and can't wait a second longer. You see before you perhaps the most prodigious discovery known to the metaphysical science community. Look familiar? It's the first, and I mean very first, edition of Tobin's Spirit Guide. The holy grail of supernatural encyclopedia. I finally tracked this down a week ago, and it just arrived. I had to overnight it from... It's best you don't know. Now, I can't deny that my possession of such an extraordinary artifact does naturally provoke questions as to how and where I got it. It's no secret that Tobin is a hero of mine. Throughout Ghostbusters operations, the Spirit Guide has been our de facto resource. Even now, over 100 years since its first publication, it remains the most respected compendium in the paranormal investigative medium. No other researcher, metaphysician, or common raving supernatural-obsessed maniac has gone to the lengths that Tobin did to chronicle that which is not of this world. Although some might say, given his sordid later life, perhaps he went too far. Like Tobin, I too fell down a rabbit hole at a young age. This mildewed tome has been my elusive golden goose, my singular vice and obsession. I paid a great deal of money, well, Winston's money, to some questionable individuals who have scoured the farthest reaches and risked countless perils to find it. And turns out, it was right under Tobin's nose all along. Literally. It was found in his coffin, resting on his now concave chest. John Horace Tobin had his spirit guide buried with him. Here, a keepsake from your first occult book acquisition. Never forget this moment, kid. It's a big one.
Yes, you, Ghosty. Tremble in trepidation, for before you I stand, the magnanimous purveyor of the paranormal, leading scholar on the supernatural, once known in another dimension long ago as John Horace Tobin. I have shed my mortal coil and appear to you now, lost spirit, as the gatekeeper between the world of the living and what lies beyond. Behold! Behold! Oh, bugger. Give us a sec. There we are! Today is not your finest day, Ghosty, but it is your luckiest. Prithee, look to me from here as your guide to what exists beyond existence. Fear not the eternal darkness, for I shall light the lamppost which illuminates your passage. Follow the interminable horizon of the shadowy plane. Release your forsaken soul from all worldly ties, for... Wait a tick. You're not bloody dead, are you? Then what in the name of St. Stephen are you doing here? Look, I haven't the foggiest how you fumbled your way into this realm, nor do I care. Despite your spectral facade, you don't belong here, and quite frankly, you look ridiculous. And that's coming from a talking ledger. Evidently, the Fates have a piss-poor sense of comedy. Well, this certainly puts a spanner in the works. My assigned duty is to serve as mediator for the recently deceased again, and not you. I take the dead, teach them the ropes, so to speak, and send them on their hauntings. Oh, but perhaps... Yes. Yes, Ghosty! I've got it! There is a metaphysical mischief to be done, and I find no reason why you shan't be privy to the delights. Lord knows I've had some time to kill in this place, and picked up a few pointers. No better way to immerse oneself into the headspace of a spectre. A rambunctious excursion into the world of the living is the perfect distraction from a purgatorial eternity. What say you? Want to spook some meat puppets? First, you need to find your footing. A figure of speech, of course, because as you've probably noticed, you haven't got any feet. Get a feel for floating about. Soar to your putrid little heart's content. Well done, Ghosty. Say, are you a quick learner or have you been dead before? Well, never mind it.
Whoa, kid. You still with us? You look like you saw a ghost. I know it's the job, but still, you look scorched. Call me delusional, but I wager there's more to this book than meets the eye. But don't worry. You and I are going to figure it out. Anyway, we'd best head back to the firehouse for now.
Remember, you're a Ghostbuster now. Give 'em hell. Nice work. But don't forget about the rifts. That's where the ghosts manifest.
You're not gonna let a silly old ghost bother you, are you? I see 4 or 5 of these a day.
Thanks.
Nothing to see here, just your standard ectoplasmic exorcism.
All rifts are destroyed. Now all that's left is that annoying ghost. Uh-oh. Where are all the civilians? begins now. Captured, but you've got rifts to take out if we're going to bust this thing.
Trust me, we've seen a lot worse. I'm talking fully formed psychokinetic entities.
Thanks.
It was surreal back then, teaming up with a bunch of physicists who chased down ghosts straight out of a horror movie. I hope I showed that an everyday person can still make a difference. Truth be told, when I walked in here for the first time, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Plus, starting any new job can be scary, but I quickly learned to love these guys and what they do. And I love this city, and always felt like I should do whatever I can to protect her. I'm just happy I can help.
Hey, Ricky! Wow, you're getting the hang of this Ghostbusters thing. I am so impressed. Hard to imagine a time when you were on the team. Yada yada. Nice work out there. So what I really need right now is you to play messenger for me. There's a package on Bankman's desk. Go check it out and let me know what it is. Thanks and keep up the good work. Over.
Cat, it looks like an old ghost trap. Like really old.
That's weird. I just ran inventory and all our traps are accounted for. Oh, jeez. Is this some relic Dr. Venkman dug up from under his bed? Probably. Better play it safe and clean it at the containment unit.
Don't mind me just filling out the maintenance report. Old habits die hard. Go ahead. Containment unit's all yours.
Your feeble attempts to confine me have failed. I have escaped your pathetic trap, and my resolve to inflict pain upon your world has only grown stronger. Now you will know the meaning of fear. Wretched mortals, prepare to meet your end.
Not so fast, you platitudinous phantasmagorical parasite!
It's too late. Doom is here, at your doorstep. You cannot stop me.
There's more where that came from. Let Winston go, or next time, that'll be you.
Fine. I will yield. Take back this useless, disgusting flesh pod. Power as great as mine requires a more worthy surrogate, and I see none here that are fitting. It would seem I'm unable to release him. I require some assistance. Do not think you have won. There is hell to pay. Oh yes, you will pay when I get out of here.
Yeah. Eddie, get him in a chair.
Whatever we're dealing with, he won't say his name, is in complete control of Winston, mentally and physically. Luckily for us, it seems to be much weaker than, for example, Zool. More like the possessors you usually encounter.
Even so, a non-corporeal, otherworldly possessor is no laughing matter. But for the life of me, I can't remember trapping this one.
I hold your world in the palm of my hand, ready to crush it like an ant. Hurry up and get me out of this guy before I lose my patience. You haven't seen the full extent of my rage.
Well, if it looks anything like the scared, lost little puppy who nearly wet himself at the sight of a proton pack, then yes, we don't want to see that again.
Keep talking, fool. I've reduced lesser worlds to steaming piles of ash.
Let me cut in. When dealing with supernatural entities, I recommend taking a softer approach. Listen up, Nameless. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, as they say, but Winston is extremely crucial to this operation, not to mention a close friend. So, you have to let him go. You understand?
Separate us, and I'll consider your insolent offering. I was locked inside that trap for so long that I forgot why I even came to this cold, boring vestibule you call life.
We'll do whatever it takes to free Winston. Let's get to work, everyone! You keep busting ghosts while we take care of this, and we'll keep you in the loop. Let's start by running a test. Eddie, flex that muscle you call brain.
Actually, the brain is made up of neurons, not technically.
Cool. And Ray, maybe there's something useful in your library?
Good thought. This Nameless is very different from the possessor ghosts we typically encounter. The way he speaks about our world suggests that he's crossed over from parts unknown. And judging by the vice-like grip he has on Winston's mind, body, and spirit, even the entity might not realize the depths of its own true power. I'm gonna head back to the shop and see if there's any information I can dig up on this hellish hitchhiker.
Back just in time. Eddie thinks he made a breakthrough. I'm cautiously optimistic. Head to the lab and keep an eye on him for me. I'll be up soon.
You made it just in time. Let me guess. Kat sent you to check on me. Well, it was an unnecessary protocol. Why does everyone just casually forget that I'm a genius scientist? This device, kinetic endothermic actuator, will overstimulate the negative ions within... Basically, it's gonna rip this guy out of that guy.
Good. It's starting to stink in here.
That's you.
And someone's been oozing ectoplasm all over the floor.
Also you. Even more reason to initiate the procedure. Oh good, an authority figure has arrived. Let us begin. Winston? Welcome back?
Whew, that was something else. Thanks, Eddie. Whew, enough time's been wasted.
Let's get back to work.
A commendable effort at escape, but you clearly don't know who you're dealing with.
Bravo! You think you're so smart, huh? Bet you won't be feeling so smart when I do this.
Uh-oh.
Eddie, come in. This is urgent. Whatever you do, do not untether Winston from that metaphysical being.
Too little, too late.
What the hell's going on up there?
Ooh, you're in trouble now, Eddie.
Shut up! Stall. I can figure this out.
Sounds like a lot of commotion going on, considering that I specifically asked for you to keep Eddie at bay.
Let me guess. Eddie's hypothetical science didn't go as planned, and Nameless was able to get the slip on him, opening a cross-dimensional doorway with the intent of bringing some of his foul-mouthed friends to the party?
We need to close it, ASAP. Ray, would you mind helping us find a solution?
You know, gaining insight into the wide world of the occult is my favorite pastime. I'm on it, and I assume Eddie's on top of it too.
Exactly what I'm afraid of. Well, we've still got a job to do, and people that need us. The rookie and I will handle field work. Good luck with repairing the hole in the fabric of space-time.
Hey, pal. Big breakthrough. Meet me at the bookstore so we can compare notes. Over. you'll never believe it. I was cross-referencing Egon's old research with Tobin's guide, and I came across an almost identical set of findings relating to metaphysically imbued relics. Could be a lead. I'll continue digging. Oh, and, you're doing great. Keep up the good work out there.
I don't use the term genius generously, but I'm the most genius of geniuses who has ever geniused. Massive developments are underway. You, me, lab, now. Look, it's stable. Not the best example, but for people it should be fine. Someone has to go in. The key to freeing Winston from Nameless's possession depends on it. Ray's a founder. Cat's far too important to operations around here. Me, I'm the brightest scientific mind of this generation. So that leaves...
You shouldn't be here. You don't belong here. You... Wait. You're a Ghostbuster. How in the seven hells did you come through a rift? No. Let me guess. You messed about with things you only half understand. Seems about par for your... My name is John Horace Tobin. I am the gatekeeper between yada yada yada. And now you seek my guidance. Things come so simply for the living, don't they? How very lucky you are that the door you opened has the answer on the other side. But know this. I am only aiding you because the creature you're dealing with is a harbinger of something much worse. And if left unrestrained, could mean terrible things for both our worlds. Oh! I do not miss the persistent slack-jawed gaze of humanity, nor do I miss your inability to understand that you already possess what you need. A binding relic imbued with occult powers. A tool meant to keep my legacy out of the wrong hands? The leather strap that sealed my spirit guide.
Okay, but it came right off like it wasn't even knotted.
That's not how it works. Oh, forget it. I've had enough of your living stench. Go now, until you return to me in a proper state. Dead.
Oh my god, you're alive! Tell me everything.
I'm still processing my existence. But in the meantime, I think this will help.
You went through an interdimensional rift and came back with an old belt?
Not just any belt, Eddie. A binding relic. Sorry for the interruption, but I couldn't help but overhear. The science of the paranormal is pure, uncompromised pursuit. But once you also incorporate good old-fashioned mysticism, it becomes a whole other ballgame. Eddie, that belt is the key.
Not what I would have expected, but I'll try anything twice. I'll incorporate this, binding relic, and let you know when the device is ready.
Wait! Let's not be so rash. Let's discuss this. Haven't you heard of diplomacy? Arrogant human! I should take that binding relic and stick it up your ass!
Hey, recruit. I've got good news and grim news. I think we figured out a way to use this binding relic to free Winston, but not before Nameless decided to shower us in ectoplasm. We've cleaned up, but we could use your help here. Get to the lab. You made it just in time. Eddie, you good?
Locked and loaded. Configuring blast.
Ready up, rookie. In case this goes south.
Take this! As my final warning, if anything happens to me, your friend will be a distant memory. Zedamore will be Zed no more! Perhaps I'll spare your world from annihilation, but I won't make any promises.
Winston! Are you okay?
I feel like I just got out of the longest shareholders meeting of my life.
It worked? I mean, of course it worked.
I'm free. No! Release me from this enclosure now, or face the consequences! This stupid pickle jaw can't hold me for long! I will bide my time, amassing my power, and then I will decimate everything you've ever loved. Congratulations!
Good to have you back, old friend.
Thanks, Ray. Speaking of old friends, someone get Vinkman on the phone. I'd like to have a word.
My rage is rising. I will make this firehouse a gateway for hell. Unlike anything you've ever witnessed. You haven't seen what I'm capable of yet. Just wait. I know several tongues, the bad ones.
It is my utmost pleasure to let you know that your training period has come to an end.
Ha! They're firing you.
No, we're not. Can someone get him out of here?
He requires constant observation.
I go where he goes.
Congratulations. You are officially a Ghostbuster. We may be a small team, but every member counts.
And to commemorate this moment, I got you a little something.
Hey, considering what we've been through recently, what do you say we all grab a bite?
Pizza's gonna have to wait. We've got work to do.
Tough break. But that's the job.